Hey everyone, welcome back to another Late Night Tool Catechism. Steamy afternoon here, August, humid, one of the many joys of Minnesota. Today we're talking about the Delta Shopmaster AP400. This guy has been around a long time, no longer made by Delta. They've got different newer setups. This is an older one. Picked this guy up for $150. Got it all cleaned up, made some modifications that we're going to go over. This is actually going to Mrs. J's shop. If you saw my video on the Ridgid drill press or my little spiel on the SawStop contractor saw, those are both in her shop. She wanted a dust collector. Found this little guy. We'll go over some of the specs on this one. It is a small machine. It's great for hooking up to your table saw, your router table. You know, it's not really a big system machine where you can have all kinds of ductwork and stuff. It does come with a 1 horsepower motor. You can run this guy on 110 or 220, 240, I guess, whatever it is actually, the bigger voltage here. So 650 CFM, quite a bit less than the, I believe 900 that the green monster behind it pulls. I've always really liked these little machines. It's a good, and I'm going to stress, little machine for a small shop. I'm going to grab the camera now here. We're going to do a little walk around, show you some of the upgrades. Okay, this is the rod that holds your upper bag in place. It actually comes apart there. From the factory, they put a threaded insert into the sheet metal. It doesn't hold well. They very easily get wobbly over time. So what I did is I had some scrap, welded this little guy here with some nuts that this guy now screws in and resides right there. Still easy to take apart if you need. Second upgrade, you can see I've got a hook here now for the cord. This hook comes from one of those magnetic hook jobbies you get at Harbor Freight. My little video on adding magnets to the Rockler clamp rack. These are the hooks that come on those magnets from Harbor Freight. They're very nice. Works great for this job. Just put a bolt in there. Also, speaking of cords, I wanted to add like a snazzy blue cord, you know, kind of Delta blue. Couldn't find a really great one. Bought this heavy duty 14 gauge rubberized cord. I added 15 feet to this guy to make it a little more convenient for moving around the shop. There you can see the data plate there. Originally, this guy just had this funky little switch in here. Yeah, get rid of that. The original cord that came with this, one of those heavy plastic jobbies, it was kind of dinged up. So only retained, you know, about 18 inches of that, and upgraded to one of these paddle switches. Hopefully I'll have my paddle switch video out soon. This guy, I've gotten a couple of these now from Amazon, one on the compressor, now one on this guy that's headed to Mrs. J. It is very nice. I like it. Much easier now to shut the machine down in a hurry if you need to. Let's fire it up. Very nice. I did not upgrade the bags at all. A lot of people will add a filter to the top here and then a clear plastic bag to the bottom. A good filter setup will bring you down to 1 micron These I think are maybe 30. They sometimes will puff a little dust. They're okay. They're helpful if you're running, you know, these bags. Consider having one of those in your shop. Okay, the next upgrade is down here. Unfortunately, I already threw out the old casters, but these are 2-inch jobbies. These are also from Amazon. So I'll post links if you want to upgrade. That's a nice double locking setup there, as you can see. They don't twist or roll. They really make this thing roll around much better than the stock ones. Yeah, this is the kind of machine you're gonna, you know, roll around from place to place. I had this guy really spotless, but it's been here in the shop for a while, so yeah. One thing I feel it's important to note is the AP400 can easily be disassembled and hauled in your car. One more item on the quick mention about this paddle switch here. Obviously this is not a lock, but if you look in there, you can see there's a little hole. You can go to work and get one of those long style padlocks. You put that guy in there, and if you've got little ones like Mrs. J, the machinery can be locked out and not accessible to young and curious hands without the proper supervision. So, just because why not, I want to run this a little bit and not fill the bags up with sawdust again. I hooked it up to this little fella that I'm doing some videos on. It's a Dewalt dust separator, not a dust deputy, so I've nicknamed it the Dust Sheriff. Haha. We're gonna suck up some sawdust out of the sack of the other dust collector and some wood chips. Let's fire this up and see if we can suck up some wood chips. Probably don't want to run your little dust deputy or your dust sheriff with the AP400. Well, try sucking some just regular sawdust. No, that don't work. The nice thing about buying one of these guys secondhand is it came with this big ass bag of hoses and adapters. So overall, if you've got a little shop with a bunch of different equipment and you're tired of sweeping up the sawdust, get one of these guys. A few minor modifications turns it into a very reasonable machine. Hey, if you liked this little stint on this foolishness, subscribe. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.